Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying 3 cookies from Life's a Batch. We have this one is called the Dark Side. This one is the Bloodsucker. And this one is the Spooky S'mores. And so, if you haven't guessed yet, these are out. These were for Halloween. These were featured for Halloween from Life's a Batch. So, Life's a Batch is, they're primarily on Instagram, and they come out with cookies like every few weeks, I want to say, and you have to follow them on Instagram and catch them when they come out because they go quickly. And so these are out of the Halloween, and so I was really excited to try them. You get a little candy bar on top, and they're a great size. They're just absolutely massive cookies. These are not traditional cookies at all. So what we do with these cookies, we like them heated. And so we're going to heat them. How long do you think we'll heat them, Kevin?
I usually do 10 seconds a piece.
10 seconds a piece, and then we're going to come back over here and cut them open for you. Okay, so here goes. This is the Dark Side. Ooh. It looks like it has some peanut butter pieces. Okay, and then we have the Bloodsucker. I'm going to try to cut this right in the middle of this candy bar. Ah, it worked. It must have gotten it just soft enough. Ooh, look at that. There's a layer of white down there at the bottom. Can you see that?
Something's oozing.
Yes. Okay. And then lastly, we have the Spooky S'mores. And I'm going to cut this one in the middle too.
It's like Kit Kat. You're not cutting that in the middle.
And there we go. Has a lot. That's a stuffed cookie right there. So this cookie, the Dark Side, I don't know why it was cheaper, but it was. It does look a little smaller. Do you think it's a little smaller?
I think we weighed them, so they were the same weight. I just don't think it has as much stuff in it.
This one was $6. The other 2 were $8.50.
Yeah.
So for one reason or another.
Well, this one looks like it's more of a traditional cookie,
right?
With just chips and stuff in it, whereas the other things are layers of.
And they have a candy bar on top.
Yeah,
this one doesn't have a candy bar on top. Okay.
Maybe. I mean, we're guessing, you know.
Okay, so this is called the Dark Side. It's browned butter, salted, dark cocoa cookie mixed with milk chocolate chips and peanut butter chips, drizzled with peanut butter chocolate and topped with sea salt flakes. So as far as the ingredients, it doesn't seem to have as many ingredients as you'll hear in the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a chocolate cookie stuffed with, you know, this, that, and the other thing, you know, and a brownie and I mean, it's all kinds of different stuff stuffed in there. It's just basically a cookie with stuff mixed into it, which I'm fine with. Especially as big as that. I mean, as nice as the texture is, and it's huge.
Yes.
It's kind of got a gooey center in it. It's not quite runny, but it's very soft and underdone. And then you got a crisp kind of outside. I like it. It's not crisp. None of their cookies are really crisp, but it's a firmer outside.
It is. This is probably, yeah, this is on the firmer side for Life's a Batch cookies. This is one of the firmer cookies. It took a minute for me to get the peanut butter, but I did get the peanut butter.
It's definitely there.
You do get the chips. This is, I see now why they did charge $6 for it.
Which is fair. At least they
yes, yeah,
they
at
put
least
up prices.
Exactly. They didn't charge. They could have charged $8.50 for it, and they didn't. They were fair about it because this is a more traditional tasting cookie too. It's delicious. I don't want to take anything from it. It is still delicious,
and huge.
The chocolate is. It's a nice rich chocolate, but you do get the peanut butter, and I did at the very end just now even still get a little bit of the salt.
Yeah, just a touch. Yeah.
It's not overly though sea salt. So
that's not the standout flavor. It's just a little bit in the back. Of salt. Yeah.
It's really just a rich chocolate cookie.
Yeah, with a little bit touch of peanut butter. Yeah, but it's very, very good.
Okay, this one.
And it is huge.
let's just take another look at that before we dive into it because it's so interesting looking.
Yeah, and plus it won't survive us trying it.
No, we just go for it.
We try to only eat off half of it. But
Bloodsucker. That's okay. I take my pictures ahead, and so I don't take pictures after we've had the plate anyway. Bloodsucker. Red velvet cake batter cookie mixed with chocolate chips, white chips, Twix candy bars, regular Oreo cookies, and red velvet Oreo cookies stuffed with Oreo cheesecake and red velvet Oreo ganache topped with a dual chocolate drizzle plus cookies and cream fangs.
yeah, so do you see the difference between the description of that one and that chocolate one?
Exactly. It's all kinds of Oreos. So this is a cookies and cream bar.
I think it's more for decoration than anything.
Well, you're gonna
I
get
didn't eat it.
But you're gonna get a cookies and cream flavor when you eat it.
Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't eat it with a cookie. Kind of hard to get that first bite. It's got a good. It really has a red velvet kind of flavor to it, and you get that little bit of. One thing about red velvet is you get it's chocolate with like red food coloring. You get a little bit of that food coloring flavor in there. Not bitter or chemical or anything like that, but you do get a little bit of it. It's very sweet. It's good.
You do. I agree with Kevin. It's not. This isn't as sweet with all those Oreos in it.
I know.
You would think, oh, that's going to be an ultra over the top sweet cookie. It's not. It's not as sweet as other ones that we've had from previous reviews that you would have hopefully watched before this. Honestly, neither one of these are as sweet as other ones that we've had.
I mean, I'm sure you're taking in tons of sugar and stuff.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't come across as your taste buds as a super sweet cookie.
Exactly. And you do get a little bit of that underlying dye flavor.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But it's not as bitter as you would get like when they use like red dye in like a for a birthday cake or something like that. It's not like that. So it's just a very little underlying flavor. But I would want you to know that.
Yeah. And I do get that kind of like it's not quite cream cheese. It's more like some kind of white chocolate kind of flavor, but it's not quite like white chocolate chips. It's not that sweet. It's kind of a white chocolatey flavor. It's probably the cheesecake it's coming through, but it's not. Doesn't taste like cheesecake. I don't know.
But it does have a cream cheesy type of flavor.
A little bit.
I'm sure that's from that. It says Oreo cheesecake.
Yeah, I'm just not getting a lot of cheesecake flavor. A little bit, but not a lot. Because most red velvet cakes have a lot of cream cheese frosting on them, and that one doesn't come across as really like cream cheese.
This one is the Spooky S'mores. And one of Kevin's very favorite cereals, it might be his favorite cereal, is Golden Grams.
I love Golden Grams.
Okay. This says Golden Grams cereal cookie. So I'm going to be curious if you're going to taste it.
Yeah.
Golden Grams cereal cookie with milk chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, stuffed Reese's bars, campfire s'mores, M&M's, marshmallow bits stuffed with a chocolate ganache, peanut butter pie, and scratch-made marshmallow fluff topped with peanut butter chocolate and a witch's brew Kit Kat Halloween sprinkles. There's a lot going on in that cookie.
Yeah, it's got like a little ball of marshmallow in the middle of it that melted.
I want to get a little bit of that.
I'm waiting for you to try that cookie.
I just got, with the middle, that little bit of marshmallow, I got peanut butter as well.
I lost peanut butter in that cookie too. I got a piece of cereal. I did not like the piece of cereal. It tasted like a piece of paper. It had a texture like
You don't
it was like...
You don't like the texture.
I didn't like the texture. The flavor is fine, but the texture of that cereal piece was kind of...
I wonder where I could get a piece of
like a little piece of cardboard or something. It was very tough. It was because they bake cereal. Sometimes it does that. I like the flavors though. It's primarily peanut buttery kind of flavor though.
I haven't got a piece of cereal yet.
There's not a lot. I just happened to get one, and I saw it like laying there.
Yeah, I'm trying to like pick and like I don't know what you're.
You would see it. It's the square.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any right off either.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
I think that's delicious.
It's got a good flavor to it. Like I said, it's really good. I don't remember seeing it right there
Good
either.
luck.
Yeah. It's just that unfortunately that one piece of cereal in there kind of like.
And you got it. Kevin's funny about textures, and he's the one that got it. But you know what? To be fair, I'm funny about cereal textures too. Cereal does not work in everything. That's why you don't see it in a lot of things. We have had very, very expensive ice cream with cereal, and it was like the whole theme of this ice cream batch was cereal, and it was just absolutely horrible because it did not work in ice cream. So I think a lot of times when companies bake with it, I just don't think it works. It works well.
Like the next one I took, I didn't get any cereal and it was fine.
Oh, I love the flavor of this though.
It's good. It's hard to nail it down to a single flavor because there's so much going on. Like I said, I do get a lot of peanut butter. I get a little bit of a marshmallow kind of flavor. Kind of like a base chocolate chip cookie without the chocolate. Kind of like that, just the base cookie flavor. You get a lot of that too. It's good. I do like it.
I get M&M too.
Maybe that chocolate flavor. Yeah, I could see that.
That is one I would get again and again.
Would you?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
I could tell. Which shocks me, because the first thing I read was Golden Graham, and you didn't like Golden Graham.
I don't taste the Golden Graham in there at all. And it could be because they just didn't put a lot of it in there, which is probably a good thing because it didn't have a good texture.
Right. It would be neat if you could have that Golden Graham flavor. Do you think if you crushed it up?
That's what I'm thinking. If they ground it up and made it powder and mixed it in with it, maybe it would have been better, but who knows?
I really would call this a peanut butter chocolate marshmallow. That's what I'm mainly getting from that.
Yep.
But this one is, out of this threesome, this is the absolute sweetest here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I do love that peanut butter. You know, they use Reese's peanut butter. And so this one is one that I would get again and again. Yeah. Honestly, for me, and I can't wait to hear Kevin's opinion, I personally would not get the red velvet again.
No, I did not like the red velvet that much.
I mean, it was all right. It was okay.
It wasn't a bad cookie.
It wasn't bad.
But it is $8.50, and if it's something I don't really enjoy,
then I'm not going to spend $8.50 again.
Yeah,
so if they came out with this again, I would not get it.
It's the same way with that one. It's just like, for me, it's just not good enough to want to spend that much money on it.
Right, and see, to me, I would spend it.
Honestly, none of these three would be a repurchase for me personally. If I had to pick one of the three, I'd pick the chocolate one. But
well, that one was only $6.
Yeah, it's only $6, and it was. I just like the flavor of it better over the other two. But you know, it's every person's got their own different taste buds.
You see what you do? There's a layer of chocolate on top.
You pick it all off,
and you can just pick it up and eat it. And before you know it, you're gonna have picked until there's nothing here anymore. So you wouldn't get any of them.
I would not personally spend $8.50 or $6 on any of these because I personally just didn't like the flavors that much.
Okay. Well, I would buy this one again.
Yeah.
This one was called Spooky S'mores, and I didn't get an overwhelming graham flavor.
No,
but you know, I think that it must be a hard flavor to capture in cookies.
Because we have a lot of we've had a lot of cookies that have problems with graham.
That say graham that don't taste like graham.
Yeah.
So it's not just Life's a Baatch. It's just like that's something that it's hard to get. But I love that cookie. I think they did a good job with that one.
It's okay.
So we have one more review to come. One more. Hopefully you've watched them all. If you haven't, please watch the other ones. There are much sweeter ones in the previous reviews.
Yeah, see, I like we did one in the previous video that I would much rather have had than any of these.
Than these. So that's the thing, is when you're spending $8.50, you want to, for a piece, you want to spend it on ones that you know are like, this is my favorite one.
Exactly.
Not, even though it's cool looking, it's just okay. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. There will be lots of pictures at the end, and thanks for watching.